Hello, and welcome back to the NoSleep4Dramas podcast. We are here to talk about everything I'm currently watching. You love this when I talk about what I'm currently watching. I love talking about what I'm currently watching. And even though I said I was going to get stuff off my current watch list, there's still a lot of stuff on my current watch list, things that probably should be off by now. But here we are. Here we are. I'm excited to talk about these because I have a mix of things that have been on my current watch list for a while, but I have made progress on it. I have things that are on my current watch list that I just started, and I have things that, yes, are on the back burner. But we'll get into that. We'll get into my plan with that because there are some dramas on my current watch list that I don't want to drop because I like them. I just need to actually get myself in order and watch them because I have been very sporadic when it comes to watching and what I put my concentration into. But I don't dislike things that are on my back burner. I just have had other priorities, to say the least. FYI, in May, I'm just going to start broadcasting this in April. In May, I'm going to take a little break. The podcast is going to go on break like it normally does in May. Might put up some other content on the YouTube, or you can find me on Instagram and other stuff, but the podcast will be going on break, specifically in May. But we'll be back in June, just like we did in November. We're going to take a break. So FYI, that does not mean I'm going to stop watching dramas though. I'm hoping to clear off my current watch list in May and the rest of April. So when I come back, I will be talking about new dramas and new things I'm watching and not have things sit on my current watch list for 4 months. But here we are. I still also can't believe it's April. Like how did it become April already? The middle of April for that matter. So let's get into it. Let's get into everything I'm currently watching. Let me know in the comments what you're watching. Are you watching the same things? Have you finished some things that I'm currently watching? I'm sure you have because I'm behind. But let's get into it. Guys, I'm finally watching some Korean dramas. Yes, 4 months later, I'm finally watching some Korean dramas. These are older K-dramas in terms of I should have watched them when they came out in January or started them in February and then finished them or have already finished them by April, but we're here. We're here. I'm watching Korean dramas. They're in the niche that I obviously would love, so you guys won't be surprised I'm watching these, let alone liking them for however many episodes I've already watched. Now, if you guys have never listened to my watch list, format these in terms of if I'm introducing a new drama that I have not talked about before, I will introduce the drama, give you a little cast, a little synopsis, and then I'll get into my opinions and thoughts of it. If I have talked about it before, I will just roll into the opinions and thoughts. So if this is your first time listening to this or watching this, that's the format of my watch list. All right, let's get into the Korean dramas. The first one I'm going to talk about is Taxi Driver Season 3, which I've said I'm going to watch for how long now? We are finally here. We're finally here. Now, I loved Taxi Driver Season 1 and Season 2, so to nobody's surprise, I am loving Season 3. And I'm so excited to be back in this series. I hope they continue doing seasons because it is the perfect format of doing these types of seasons. In my opinion, if you want a second, third, fourth season, you do procedural crime dramas where you have one story that lasts the season or cases that last the season, and then you're done. And then come the next season, you introduce new bad guys, you introduce new cases, maybe a new police officer or a crew member, whatever. And then once that season done, you're done. You don't have like stories carry over to the next season, but you have reoccurring characters. You have people who could try out a new genre if they've never tried out a crime genre. I feel like the procedural crime dramas, whether that's Chinese, Korean, whatever, do very well with this multiple season stuff. Dramas that are trying to do, specifically romance dramas that are trying to do a season 2, season 3, I feel like they don't work very well, especially when it comes to Korean dramas, but there are cases that it does. But I just think this is the format you do. You do crime drama, formulaic, procedural. Cases are done by the end of the season, and then you start anew with the new season, and it doesn't get old, in my opinion. Especially people who love the crew that started in Taxi Driver, you get to revisit them. like me. If you guys had no idea what Taxi Driver is, it is basically about a older gentleman who runs a taxi company, legit taxi company. But underground, he has a Batmobile of taxis, and he hires this guy to be his taxi driver. He's an ex-military, very combative, knows his martial arts, knows weaponry, can take care of himself driver. And then a plethora of other people, like some mechanics that built the Batmobile taxi. We have a hacker. Hacker also can protect herself. I think those are the main 4 people, 5 people if you include the boss. And then periodically they'll bring in other crew members per season, whatever. But those are the core people. And the concept is they've littered Korea with their phone number or any type of way to get in contact them, secretly or not. People who are in trouble will call the phone number or message them or whatever. It has kind of grown through the years of how you can communicate with them. And then these group of people will go into the situation and investigate, go undercover, reveal certain things, and then ultimately defeat the bad guys and save people or get them arrested or get the victims justice, whatever the situation, the case is. I love this series. I also love the fact that, yes, it's based off of Webtoon, but they have also pulled from real crime stories that have either been going on when the series was airing or just famous ones in general. So they've used their platform to talk about real life crimes and give a voice to those victims. And I always like when crime dramas do that. There's quite a few that have done that in the years. That's Taxi Driver in a nutshell. Taxi Driver season 3 aired November 2025 and had 16 episodes, and then it ended January of 2026. This stars Lee Jae-hoon, who you might know from Signal, Move to Heaven, Hot Stove League. He's very, very good. I like him a lot. Also stars Kim Yoo-sung, who he plays the boss, and you would know him from everything. Beyond the Bar, Low Life, Flex X Cop, Taxi Driver, of course. And then you have Pyo Ye-jin. She plays the hacker. You would know her from Moon in a Day, The Manipulated from last year, Love Struck in the City. And then the 2 hackers are played by Jang Hyuk-jin, who he was in The Impossible Heir, Flex X Cop, Golden Spoon. He's a big support character. You would recognize him if you see him. And then the other mechanic is Bae Ram. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Bae Ram. He was in Good Partner, Black Knight, Moonshine, DP, Run On, Zombie Detective. You would recognize these people if you watched it. What did I think of season 3? Currently, right now, I watched the first episode and I absolutely loved it. So glad to back to watching this show. I missed it a lot. FYI, if you are not into violence and really hardcore topics, like the first episode had trafficking and kidnapping and just a lot of crime themes, trigger warning for all those things. If that is not your thing, you would not like this. This series is known for a lot of violence, a lot of hard topics because you're dealing with crimes, all the trigger warnings, very much so. I was excited because I love this drama so much and love this series, which I know is weird to say, but here we are. I'm so excited to see all this crew back. And the found family in this drama is top tier. I love it so much. I forgot how much Lee Jae-hoon and Pyo Ye-jin have chemistry. They're one of those people, I don't want to say couple because they're not a couple, but you wish there were a couple because they have so much chemistry. Will that happen in season 3? Who knows? We've been waiting multiple seasons at this point. I hear season 3 is concentrated on the villains because they had a lot of guest people come in and do some very prominent villains, sometimes their first villain role, and they actually did special posters for all the villains coming in. So I'm excited for that. The first villain in the first episode, kind of scary. And they went big in the first episode. They went to Japan and they filmed in Japan and had some pretty prominent Japanese actors. I'm excited. I'm excited for season 3, for sure. Next up, and the only other K-drama I am currently watching is The Judge Returns. This aired from January 2nd to February 14th, and it had 14 episodes. It stars, and I'm going to read this off of MDL. This stars Ji-sung, who you might remember from The Devil Judge of Defendant, Kill Me, Heal Me. He's been acting for quite a while. Also stars Park Hee-soon, who you might know from Squid Game. He was in Squid Game, Moving, Dr. Brain, My Name. He has a very prominent role in My Name. If you watch crime dramas, specifically ones with gangster roles, you would know this guy. He plays a lot of gangsters. Won Jin-ah is in this. She plays a prosecutor. You would know her from Just Between Lovers, Melting Me Softly, She Would Never Know, the Defects from last year, which I heard is a very dark K-drama. And then I guess the only other person I think I will mention, those are the main leads. And then I guess there's a couple support casts I'll mention. Tae-won-suk, he's the big guy that always plays the muscle and everything. He was recently in Bloodhounds Season 2, but he was in Good Boy from last year, Player Season 2. He's super big. So he always plays the henchman. So he's in this. I haven't seen him yet. He didn't show up in episode 1 yet, but apparently he's in this. And then the other one who I will mention who also shows up, not in episode 1, but Hwang Hee, who I love. I know him from Tale of the Nine-Tailed 1938 and also Tale of the Nine-Tailed. I think he was in both. He was great in that. Arthdal Chronicles, he was in. The Price of Confession, he was in. An Ne-sang, very veteran Korean actor, of course is playing a villain in this again. He plays villains so much, but also does it so well. You would know him from My Lovely Liar, Shadow Detective, Pong the Joseon Psychiatrist, The Devil Judge, ironically, Law School, Mouse. Anyway, so those are some of the support characters and some of the actors I'll mention. So what is this about? This is about a prosecutor who married into a very prestigious lawyer family. In his background, comes from a poor background, did not attend a very prestigious university, anything like that. And he marries the daughter of this very prestigious lawyer family who owns a very prestigious law firm in Korea. And he becomes a judge. And this guy's played by Ji-sung. Becomes a judge, and I think it's over the course of 10 years or something. The firm uses his position as a judge to please their clients. He's basically a corrupt judge. Makes a lot of money from it. Is not a good guy. The marriage doesn't seem to be good. They don't talk to each other. They kind of just exist around each other. And by the end of episode 1, you can tell he's had enough. He doesn't want to be in the marriage. He doesn't want to having to deal with this law firm. The law firm really just has him by the neck and won't let go because he has influence as a judge, but he's corrupt, and they're all corrupt. The opening episode of this is immediately Ji-sung is dying, and you have no idea why and no idea how. And I mean, I guess a little bit you know how, but you don't see anybody's face. And then it kind of backtracks and gives you some background. It's a little confusing at the beginning because all of a sudden it kind of does a backtrack a little bit, but overall, great first episode. Apparently, in the synopsis, something happens and he goes back in time. I don't know by how long, but he gets to a redo on his life after so many things going wrong for him in this episode 1. I have not gotten to the back in time part. I'm very excited to see that and what he will do with that opportunity because he is just sick of his life in episode 1. And it's Park Hee-soon's character. He's definitely going to be a villain. He's kind of the puppet master of all of this, but you don't know how deep and you don't know why. But he's definitely the puppet master in this. So, needless to say, I enjoyed episode 1. I'm not surprised I enjoyed episode 1 because this is my type of drama. Also, I love Won Jin-ah's character. She is a firecracker. She is a prosecutor who is one of those prosecutors who wants to do good and get justice and everything. So she already has butted heads with Ji-sung's character. I'm really curious what will happen when he goes back in time, because she seems not like much younger than him, but there's definitely an age gap. So, and he's obviously married when they meet. So I'm really curious if there will be a romance with that, or they'll have a working relationship. I'm really unsure how that's gonna go, but they definitely butted heads in episode 1. So those are the 2 Korean dramas I'm currently watching. I would recommend both of them after episode 1 for sure, but we'll see what I think. All right, let's move to the Korean variety shows. I'm still watching the 2 that I've talked about before, and I will be watching one of them for a very long time. I'll kind of just mention them. Please Take Care of Your Refrigerator season 2. I'm still slowly watching. I kind of just watch it here and there. It's going to be on my watch list for a while. There are a lot of episodes because it is an on-air show, and I'm very much behind. And I've been behind for a while. I'm like minimum 50 episodes behind. I don't plan to really like try to catch up, but I'm just watching episodes here and there. I love this show, so I will continue watching it. I'm also almost done with Culinary Class Wars season 2. I'm really excited to see if any of the chefs on that show will start to come on this show, because that happened with the season 1 of Culinary Class Wars. I'm very excited to see them kind of duke it out again against each other if they have the guests and the permanent chefs. And as I mentioned, I'm almost done with Culinary Class Wars season 2. I think I have like 4 episodes left, 5 episodes left, something like that. I really want to binge it. I might just binge it to finish it because I kind of been savoring it right now because I love this show. I love it so much. And I'm so glad I did not try and watch it as it aired because I would have been dying. I don't know how other people do it, especially with this show, because I did it with season 1 and I was dying. I was like, I'm just going to wait until it's all done and I'm going to watch it, because the satisfaction of going from one episode to the next with the cliffhangers, well, chef's kiss. I also love that season 3 is already announced. I'm very excited for that. I'm wondering if they'll ever do like spin-offs or anything with this, because I'd be curious what that would look like. They kind of did. There's this baking competition show right now. I think it's on Cocoa. You can watch it on Cocoa and maybe Amazon Prime. I'm really curious about that show, and I was thinking about checking it out. I don't think it's going to be to the scale of the Culinary Class Wars season 2, especially because Culinary Class Wars has Netflix money, but I'd be really curious with the baking competition show, so I might click play on that eventually. Currently, where I'm at right now in Culinary Class Wars, multiple of my favorites are still alive. I'm honestly really surprised that is the case, because with season 1, mine did not last through, I think, the second round. There's some of mine that are still existing, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm praying to God they win. I also am so surprised I have not been spoiled on this. I might have, and I just have forgotten, but I'm pretty sure I did not see the winner, and I'm so curious who won this, because I hope one of my favorites do. Please don't spoil the ending for me. I will finish this though. The plan is hopefully finishing it this month, if not next month while I'm on break. Anyway, those are my 2 variety shows I'm currently watching, and I can't watch while I'm hungry. That's for sure. All right, let's get into the Chinese dramas. I'm watching a lot, and most of you have heard me talk about before. Might speed through this a bit. The first one up for Chinese dramas is The Guilty. I mentioned this last month, and I started it, I think, last month. I have a couple more episodes under my belt. I still have no idea where the story is going, which I love because I can't predict it, and it's a crime drama, so that's good for me. And I enjoy watching crime dramas that I can't really predict, because then I don't get bored. Main Trio is a highlight of this drama for me. I am excited to see where their relationship goes. There's a lot of twists and turns. I can definitely tell that they are going to be, like, the main trio is going to be very integral with the story. Acting of this drama is top tier, just like I thought it was going to be. Still obsessed with the OSTs. This has some great OSTs for a drama, like really good OSTs. So that was The Guilty. I'm still watching Vendetta of An, but I'll be honest, it's kind of taken a back seat due to other dramas that I either had to finish or ones that I started earlier and need to get off my current watch list. I do plan on finishing this. I do plan to get back into it, but it kind of has sat on the back burner for a bit. Blossom. I'm still very early on in this drama. I honestly think I'm kind of savoring this because I've heard it's so good. It happens to me sometimes where I hear all these things. I hear really good things about a drama, everybody's obsessed, whatever. And then I, of course, want to watch it and I click play. And then I kind of save it. I hoard it because one, I don't want it to end if it is that good. But two, I don't want to watch it and then not have the same opinion of it. I'm worried I'm not going to like this as much as everybody else, which is dumb because I probably will. I'm not avoiding watching it, but I'm watching it a lot slower than I should. I plan to speed that up though, because I really need to finish it. It's been on my watch list for 4 months now. I started it in January. It's still crazy I'm watching this and Pursuit of Jade at the same time because it's done by the same director, and I'm still catching things like, oh, that looks similar, which is fun. It's a lot of fun. I'm so early in this drama, this couple has still not gotten together. They've met now, but they still have not become a couple in the past. Female lead keeps avoiding him for some reason, which I honestly am kind of annoyed at a little bit. I do love that she's smart and she's kind of changing her family's fate and her fate. So that's been fun to watch. I do have to complete this though before I talk about my current watch list again because it's been too long. I need to stop avoiding it. But I'm loving everything I'm watching so far in this drama, to nobody's surprise. Okay, another drama that I probably should be further in, but I do need to finish because I'm actually recording a podcast episode review on it, is Love Between Lines. Yes, I'm still watching this. I need to finish it by the end of the month, though, to talk about it. This will take priority. I have watched a couple more episodes. I'm still enjoying it. I'm honestly surprised I'm enjoying it as much as I am, because normally, if you would have told me the synopsis of this and that it was a romance drama, I would have been like, I don't think I'll like this. And I clicked play on it because a lot of people were talking about it, and I do like the leads. I'm just really surprised I'm liking it as much as I am, because normally this would not be my forte. People know this about me. Male lead is still a green flag, in my opinion. It's still quite an easy watch, which I think is one of the reasons why I'm liking it so much. It's fast. Like, you kind of just click play and you're like, oh, the episode's already over. You don't have to think too much about it. And I can obviously see why it's a favorite for a lot of people this year. And it's going to be on people's favorites list for sure. But I'm looking forward to watching more. I'm also looking forward to talking about it. I think it will be an interesting conversation, and I will have a guest for that podcast episode for sure. So the next Chinese drama I'm going to talk about is The Mirage. I'm so sad more people have not watched this because I have been constantly impressed by this. I'm almost done with this. I'm within 5 episodes. This will definitely be finished this month. I'm loving it. Yes, it has a lower budget. Yes, you can tell. Yes, there's no real like traffic stars in it. The acting is pretty good though. And the great thing about this Chinese drama and what's really standing out is the story. It's tight, it's well written. It has a mix of genre between wuxia and xianxia and sci-fi, which I think is really unique and really interesting. Has some great twists and turns that you can't really predict. I'm not surprised this has a high Doban score because I love it. I'm loving it so much. Hopefully it will be able to stick the landing and have a good ending, but we'll have to wait and see. I love the group that's traveling around. It has a lot of different skills in the group, a lot of different personalities. The character that I dislike the most has been gone and kind of changed personality, so I've been okay with that character. I'm so sad more people have not checked this out. I've only seen like one person watching it, and I'm so sad about it. But that's The Mirage. We're going to talk about 3 more dramas. The next one is Affinity. That needs no introduction. I don't know why I'm watching this. I don't even know what I'm watching. Somehow I keep watching another episode. The main couple definitely has a lot of kiss scenes and some steamy scenes. That's probably why a lot of people watch this. I'm entertained by it, but I just have no idea what's going on. And it's crazy. It's absolutely nuts. It's like a fever dream. I think I said that in my last episode. I don't even know. It makes no sense. But it's a good Chinese drama to kind of like turn your brain off and like you don't have to think about it because you just are along for the ride because you have no idea what's going on. Would I recommend this to anyone? If you kind of just want to watch a crazy, make no sense drama, yeah. Realistically, probably not. And then lastly, of course, I'm still watching Pursuit of Jade. I will be honest, I have not watched more of this because I'm trying to get older dramas off my current watch list. I still like everything that I have watched so far. It's not surprising that it's a popular Chinese drama. I'm just not that far into it. And obviously, due to the reason why I click play on this, I have been spoiled on everything. Everything. Which is not surprising. Of course, it was very popular. I knew this was going to happen. I've seen all the scenes on everything. Probably another reason why it's kind of on the back burner because I kind of need to forget what I watched a little bit, but I do plan on finishing this probably not by this month, but definitely next month. So hopefully I won't be talking about it anymore and we'll get back into it. But it definitely is kind of taking a backseat due to other dramas that I need to watch and get off my current watch list. But I'm still enjoying it. And it's also crazy that, as I said, with Blossom, I'm still seeing similarities with Blossom with this one, which again is not surprising because it shares the director. All right, last but certainly not least, we're going to talk about a Thai drama, which I have not watched a Thai drama in a minute. This is Girl from Nowhere. It has multiple seasons. I'm watching season 1. I have multiple reasons why I watched this. One, I wanted to click play on a Thai drama because I hadn't watched one in a while. So this is a Thai drama from 2018. It has 13 episodes. It's on Netflix. This is season 1. Then we had a season 2. And then in 2026, I don't think it started in 2025. Yeah, 2026. There was a reboot that Netflix did. So one of the main reasons why I click play on this is because of the reboot. I was curious about the reboot. I'd heard the Thai drama Girl from Nowhere was really good. It has been on my watch list for quite a while. So I thought, why not click play and watch the original and then watch the reboot and see how they compare, what I like more. So this is about a girl, high school age probably. She's mysterious. No one really knows much about her, and she kind of shows up at different schools exposing different things. I've only watched episode 1. It is definitely all the trigger warnings. It's not quite violent yet, at least on episode 1. I could foresee it going violent, but it has a lot of trigger warnings. You have SA, you have bad people doing bad things. So all the trigger warnings. Also, another reason why I kind of click play on this is because I had so many people tell me I would like this. And then Sammy from the YouTube channel, Sammy Screen, link to her YouTube channel will be in the show notes on the blog, by the way. But she watched the original and then started watching the reboot. And I mentioned in her comments that I had not seen the drama, but I was interested. And she's like, oh, you would totally like it because we kind of know what we both like, especially when it comes to the crime genre. So that's another reason why I kind of click play due to that recommendation. So go check her out as well. She's great. Episode 1 was crazy. I have theories about who this girl is because she's definitely not human. I just don't know. After episode 1, I don't know what she is, but I have theories. She's crazy. She has this maniacal laugh that she does that is, how do I describe it? Creepy. Yeah, it's creepy. She's a little creepy. You kind of get the feeling she's not human. It's very dark. It's very dark. And the main girl who plays her in, I think, the first 2 seasons, she's great. She's great. Her acting was great. I would say this is a mix between horror and thriller. So if you don't like those genres, you probably won't like this. If this is your thing, though, you would probably like this. So that's the Thai drama Girl from Nowhere. I'm watching this on Netflix. And then lastly, as I per usually do when it comes to a watch list episode, video, however you want to call this. Lastly, I talk about some of the dramas I plan to start. Now, we will not have a watch list episode next month, so hopefully some of these will be on my current watch list by the time I talk about my current watch list again. But I'm gonna plan on starting the Chinese drama The Dark Romance, which is, I think, just ended today, maybe this week. Looks really good. Heard good things. Hold the Court Now. I honestly don't think I've ever watched a court Chinese drama, but I've also heard good things about this one. The Epoch of Miyu, which I mentioned, I think that airs starting next week. Reverse is a K-drama that starts next week. Hopefully we have access to it. The Inner Eye is a lawyer Chinese drama, I think that aired in January or February that I'm interested in. And then we have The Boyfriend Season 2. So hopefully I finish Culinary Class Wars and then I'm going to click play on The Boyfriend because I should have watched that when it was airing in January. Not surprising I did not watch The Boyfriend when it was airing, because that is another kind of variety show that I like to binge instead of wait week by week, because it also kills me the wait. Also is tough to wait for those episodes, especially with the cliffhangers and who's going to get with who. But that's it. That's my current watch list. That's what I'm currently watching. Let me know in the comments what you are currently watching. Have you seen any of the dramas I'm currently watching? What do you think of my current watch list? Yes, I have been slow with getting stuff off my current watch list, I will have to say. Let me also know what you are currently watching yourself and if I should add anything to my plan to watch list. But that's everything I'm currently watching for April. Thank you for listening or watching wherever you watch or listen to the No Sleep for Dramas podcast. That is what I'm currently watching in April, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.